Okay, so what are we talking about? Week 30, 31, 32? 32. All right, two. So,
okay. Double check, make sure I'm right.
Now you want to do it. All right, so.
I'm just trying to make sure I told you the right thing.
Pretty much it's been like 32 weeks in this year. I don't know when we actually started doing this. It definitely wasn't 32 weeks ago. But anyway, we here. And let's just talk about the scale, first of all.
This old evil scale.
So, all right. So we weighed ourselves, and pretty much from 2 weeks ago to last Monday, I had gained 20 pounds.
And I gained 7.
So, 27 pounds in 1 week. In what?
Seriously?
9 days. It's actually Saturday I weighed myself, and then I weighed myself Monday evening. And that was the same weight that I was on Saturday. So I was like, okay, cool, this is my weight. The next Monday, I weighed myself for a diet bet, and I was 20 pounds heavier. Like, it was just the weirdest combination of, I guess, retaining water and, not, being regular, I guess, and just all these things combined. But from last Monday, so from Monday to this Saturday, both of us lost the 27 pounds, and we're exactly where we were 2 weeks ago.
Where we were.
So it was just the weirdest thing. So of course it looks like we have a 3-pound gain, and she's gonna blame me because I take an average.
It's his fault.
And so
if you've been watching these videos for any period of time,
well, it's only my fault because I do an average.
It is absolutely his fault because he does an average.
So it was bad because we're coming down from that crazy high that was really artificial. I still have to enter the numbers in every day, whatever the scale says, even though I know.
So we're saying he gained 20 pounds and messed up.
So I had to type 20 pounds higher in, and then it kept going down every day from there, and then I ended up at the same weight.
Just mess
5 days later, but that brought the average up. So
yeah, this scale thing, I was like,
yeah, that was just crazy. That was
even at 7 pounds. I'm like, okay, can I not like eat one meal and gain 7 pounds though? Yeah. Like, I was really upset. Like, okay, it's only been a couple days of eating out. It hasn't even been, some binge fest, and it's not like we ate crazy.
Yeah.
To see like that kind of change.
But that's why it shows like, you don't freak out over what the scale says. I mean, take your measurements, keep having your clothes. A lot of people will have clothes that are too small. Try it on every couple weeks and just look at your progress in those things. Let people talk to you and tell you your progress. Don't just look at the scale and be like, oh, I'm horrible. I mean, I know people who actually look great and are fine and are like goals for many other people, but because of what the number on the scale says, they ignore how they look or how other people think they look. And they're just like, oh man, I'm horrible. I gotta lose weight.
And honestly, I think the other thing I got out of it is just, even if you fall off track for a day or two, just get back on and keep it moving. Like, don't let that rock you. Don't let that throw you off forever just because you fell off course for a day or a couple days or a week. It doesn't matter. Just jump back on and keep it moving. Don't let that derail you.
A wise man once said that we fall so that we can learn to get back up. And he was British, so, actually he got it from an American, but, he said it in his British accent, so it sounded really cool. I'm just giving some advice right there.
Is that from the Jennifer Lopez movie?
That's for free.
Is that from the Jennifer Lopez movie? Made in Manhattan?
That's a movie you maybe watched yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. Oh, Batman Begins. Okay, so that's from Batman Begins.
No, my man Liam Neeson is there.
Okay. That works. Oh my gosh, you really said it like it was something. I can't with you. All right, let's keep it moving.
See.
So, this past week was so busy. Honestly, he woke me up to make this video right now because I'm so tired.
I was going to do it alone.
I cannot, rest enough. I can't even think of the word I want to use. But at our church, we're doing a lot of work in the back office, like getting it painted and all this stuff. And I must have spent like 10 hours last week. Probably more.
Yeah, I think
altogether more.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely
you went
more.
back Saturday, and then Sunday we were there.
Yeah, and I was there Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah, so a lot more than that. Just trying to clean the place out and up and all this stuff. And, so yeah, so I am just beat. So that was honestly the majority of my week last week was just trying to get things ready for this back office to be painted. So I'm tired. And just physically, for me, I know I've done a lot more than I should do. And I'm going to crash at some point, especially if I'm not wise and careful. And Khaleef's been yelling at me in his non-yelling way.
I don't yell.
I said that he yells in a Khaleef way because he doesn't raise his voice, but he still.
I don't yell. I don't believe in yelling.
So yeah, so he yells at me in his own way about that. So I have to find some time to rest and recover. That's the R word I wanted, recover. Oh. So yeah, so I need to recover. And Khaleef helped a lot too, so I'm thankful for that.
I've been noticing small things like even when I was at my fattest, I would always run up the stairs. And so now I notice when I run up the stairs, especially at work, we have like, the 2 flights together. I run up the stairs and I'm not out of breath. Notice I would run up the stairs and I'm like, please don't let me see anybody. And I got to go in the corner somewhere like, okay, I can't breathe too loud, because people might hear me or whatever. So now it's just like I just walk up and it's like, hey, how you doing there? And just already ready to talk to people. So that's something for me that I've noticed. And even with the walking, I mean, I'll walk at a pretty fast pace, and it's just fine. Like I notice my body being more conditioned and being in better shape. So I really start to see that.
Yeah, you had a couple pretty long walks this past week, right? Like 5 miles and walk to the cleaners and all that stuff.
Yeah, and that was after that workout. So I'm doing this, doing my high intensity interval training now, and it's not really all that. I mean, it's intense for me. It's not what I was doing before, but there's no jumping yet. But it still is really pushing my body, pushing my heart rate up, and I feel like even with that, I did that and I wasn't as sore. Like I still feel certain things, like feeling here from the push up and stuff, but I'm nowhere near as sore as the first time I did it, and I could barely walk downstairs.
This week too, another cool thing was this one night I really wanted some chips really, really bad. I just wanted something salty. I tend to want some thick, salty things more than sweet. And I remember that we used to buy, and we made like years ago, Parmesan crisp, which are so easy to make. And I have Parmesan cheese in the fridge. So I made a few, and I made some and gave some to my brother and him. And all of a sudden they wanted them. So we ended up making like a whole big batch of Parmesan crisp. And if you ever get a chance, they're really easy to make. You just take Parmesan cheese, not the shredded stuff, the grated stuff, so the good stuff, the expensive stuff. And you make like just like rounds, like chip shaped, rounds of them, and bake them at 400 degrees for 5 minutes and let them cool, and you get these like little chips, and they do the trick. So yeah, so we were eating a lot of Parmesan crisp the other night. But it was, it was a nice easy snack, and I didn't go out and eat potato chips or anything crazy like that. I keep on, it's funny, like especially with this, just keep on remembering all these old things we used to do. Just over the years, like things that we picked up along the way, trying to be healthy and eat healthier, or just different dietary things that we tried and we're trying to figure things out. Like they keep coming back to mind, so that was one of them. Now that was a pretty good one.
Yeah. I mean, I find the same thing happens to me where I'm just like, oh, I used to do this all the time, or how did I handle this in the past? I had to think through. Sometimes I even look on YouTube at the playlist of like food, and I used to take a picture of every single thing that I would eat, and I would make a video of it at the end of the week. So I would look at some of those and see some of the stuff, and I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, that was a good snack. I remember eating that. So, just trying to get back into that same mindset. The scale that we got, I think we talked about it after we got it. On Prime Day, we got a scale for $20 that...
yeah, because we talked about the fact that you got the scale, not like we got the scale. So, yeah,
so
we did talk about that.
So, yeah, the scale that we got was it measures, you know, your body, your weight, of course, and then your body fat, lean mass, and
Density.
you know, all these things. So it gives you all these stats that you can use, you know, body fat percentage and other things, so that you're not just tracking only the weight, but you're tracking these other metrics for your health and your structure. So it works pretty well. I mean, it has an app that it syncs with, and that app will sync with Fitbit. So instead of me guessing what my body fat percentage is, now I get a true number. And the funny thing is like I'm what I put in as a guess where I was at my heaviest is 6% more than what I am right now. So at least lets me know I was close. You know, I probably was at a higher number, a higher percentage when I started, but you know the number that I picked was close because I'm you know still kind of close to it now. After losing 50 pounds, I'm like 6% off. So you know, at least I feel good about that. That I guessed my body fat percentage right before. Your turn.
Um, I mentioned last week as I was gushing all over him that we celebrated our anniversary on Friday, and so on Sunday we had our anniversary lunch, which was fun. So we went to a local restaurant that we like around here, and then afterwards we went hunting for a bakery. It was so funny. We had the hardest time finding a good bakery close to home, but we ended up finding one. So at least we found a couple good things that we can get there if we do want.
Well, I haven't eaten mine yet.
Oh yeah, he hasn't eaten his stuff. Well, I enjoyed my chocolate chip cookie. So yeah, so that was it was fun though. Like even trying to find a good bakery and not being able to was funny. We walked in and out of a couple places, and the ice cream shop wasn't what we thought. It was really funny.
Yeah, and everything was like very ethnic. Well, it was just like desserts of a particular country or region, and we found those a couple of times like that. You know, like it seemed like okay, only if you're from this one country in the world, you'll consider this a dessert and you'll enjoy it. Everybody else, you're kind of looking like, what is that? What's in it? So yeah, we found a couple of those. Then we found some old fancy frou-frou one.
It was a French bakery.
Yeah.
Well, why did you say frou-frou? It's not frou-frou. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, so the final thing I think is the course we're taking. So you can talk about that.
Oh, I can talk about it?
Yes.
Okay. So if you looked at our Instagram post or even on Facebook, we said we're taking a course, a business course with Yes I Am Cheap. Sandy Smith is the founder of that, and sometimes she's on here actually and watching us live.
Yeah, making fun of us, giving us a hard time, that kind of thing.
She's one of the ones who was in our Fitbit challenge, and just actually become a friend over the years.
Yeah, very good friend.
Through the FinCon community, we met her, years ago, blogging and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So I mean, she's been gracious enough to let us take her course as if, I don't know, like for her, it's like we're helping her out and testing it out, but we're already benefiting from it. Yeah. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
It's an excellent
course. Very thorough. I mean, we knew she was going to. I mean, she's Jamaican. First of all, just yeah.
Well, big up Yachty, but other than that, okay.
So it's really, really thorough. Like all the stuff that she considered, and she's still testing it out now and adding things based on the feedback that she's getting. So it's just really cool. Really, we want to use this to help us be able to focus on our business, to give us like a guide to walk through, because we just have different ideas to spring up, but it's not like we've ever had one thing that just says, okay, from beginning to end, this is kind of how you walk through it, and then we can plug our things into that and then see how it could work for us and what we can do. So we have a lot of desires or a lot of ideas, but they're just kind of like all over the place and not really connected well, because neither of us have done this before. And so it's good to have something like this, like that we can walk through and say, oh, okay, we were missing this, or we never considered this, or we did this, but we kind of threw it together because we didn't know what we were doing. So now we have, somebody who's talking to an expert about it and has that expert in a course explaining things. And so it's been really helpful so far just to go through even the first week.
Yeah, so the cool thing is just us committing the time to take the course and also committing the time to work on our business as well and see where we want to go with that. So that's been, I just think, really good for us.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun too, to talk these things out. I just think with us and considering a business and what we want to do, it's been an interesting ride. You know, like the first few years that I guess you can say that we were successful, you know, it was just Khaleef and he was doing Fat Guy and he was doing our other site. But, you know, it was like the heyday of blogging and you didn't have to do much else but blog, you know. And then after that, honestly, for both of us, there were so many health issues like right after that.
Yeah.
And then the internet world changed so much, and you know, we just never really landed on what we wanted to do after that.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, we're just still in that place, just trying to decide what we want to do.
Yeah, and hopefully we can fight through, like I said, committing the time. Even though we know we're still extremely busy, we still have things pulling us. You know, we just have a lot going on. Even though we have all those things, we still decided to commit the time to this. So that's what I think is going to really make the difference this time and make it successful, is that we're just going to push and do it.
Yeah, the cool thing in our discussions is just realizing that we are passionate, first of all, about our faith and about God. We are passionate about helping people. You know, we want to see people grow. We want to see people use their resources well. And we want to use the things that we have learned, you know, to do that. So, you know, those things haven't changed. And so we are really excited to figuring out how to best serve people in that way. So, you know, I'm looking forward to kind of navigating how best to do that, you know, and present it to everyone.
Yeah, so I'm excited about it too.
So
I think.
But that's been our week.
Hey, there's been a lot going on. We have a lot of stuff going on this week. In fact, as soon as we're done here, then I have to go and edit this video, and then Sherrian's going to edit the artwork for it, and then I have to set up the email blast, the blog post, and the YouTube video. That goes up, and then after doing all that, then I have to drive about 45 minutes away to the airport to go pick up friends. First I have to go to somebody else's house to pick up their van because they have 3 kids, so we got to use their van with the car seats.
That's how we do.
So I got to go do that first, then stop at the bank, and then go up to get them. So I'll be back home probably around midnight or maybe later.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, and there's another day, and then tomorrow we're actually going to have dinner at a friend's house. So there's our Tuesday evening.
Yeah, they kind of pleaded with us to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, we want to. It's not like we don't want to, but it's the kind of thing where like you're always busy, and so you have to prioritize things, and so we had to sacrifice something else to do this.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make it work. We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this as all this stuff is like tomorrow I'm gonna be Wednesday, gonna be busy as well, meeting for church, and then Thursday we're gonna be working on business. Friday we have stuff going on for church again, and then Saturday we have a cookout with my family. So then it's back, and then Sunday I have to present something after church. So there's just so many things going on with business, with family, with my job, with church, and trying to be good friends. So all this stuff is happening, and if anything comes up, extra, then we have to try to make time for that. And so it's a lot, but I think we're just getting better at trying to say if this is important, we have to give it time.
Yep.
And that's what we're doing for our business there. That's really it. It's like, we got a couple comments there.
No, I couldn't do this on my own. Believe me. I have a whole lot of other stuff going on. And so, no, I couldn't do that. For sure. Yeah. And my strengths are definitely not in editing videos and all those things either.
Hey, you're the artistic one.
Nothing to do with editing videos. You know that would just drive me crazy.
Sure, it's artistic. All right, guys. So we're gonna get out of here, and sorry for being low energy, but you know, a lot of stuff going on. Feeling like wiped out and stuff, but yeah, that's it. We'll
do better next week.
And hopefully the scale
Possibly.
won't have that weird stuff going on like it did this time. You know, the 27-pound swing going up and then down 27 pounds.
Yeah, we'll try to keep
weird.
that to a minimum.
Although I'm glad it did go back down to where it started, but it still was weird to have that happen over a few days. All right, guys. So we'll see you guys next week, and Cassette will be posting some during the week, and she'll be posting on Facebook and be good about
Just
that.
keep saying that, huh?
Yes.
Okay. You keep saying it, honey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna work on that.
See, work on it. We just talked about that, didn't we? All right, guys. See y'all next time.